This video brought to you by coffee and viewers like you. Thank you. You're falling. You're falling. Why are you mad at me? I'm fixing your bed. You were falling. You're welcome. I saved your life. Oh no. Oh, fucking Christ, dude. Ow. You didn't have to dig your little claws into me, man. Oh. No, I don't want you up here. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Grimmia. That was Blondie, the rudest fucking cat in the world. And today I have a speed build for you. And normally we just dive right in, and that's that. I started looking at houses on Pinterest. I have a whole board for it. I started working on one of these houses I had saved, and I didn't like it, so I demolished it. And then I started working on an A-frame house, and I didn't like that, so I demolished that. And then I saw this one, and I'm like, this is pretty nice. I can do this one. So we built River Glen, the perfect mountain cottage in The Sims 4. This is part of my Newcrest, building up Newcrest build, and this was the 30 to 40,000 simoleon house that we built today. So we are going to dive into the speed build and talk about what horrors I have wrought. I did cut out all of the demolishing, so don't worry about that. And then afterwards, we'll tour the house. And it's already on the gallery. My gallery ID is the _Grimmia. I will put the gallery ID down below. And I want to say you can find it with the hashtag Grimmia, which I try to put on all of my builds, but I don't. I often forget that. Alright, so we are starting on Optimist's Lookout, which is that, in Newcrest you have that line of houses. It's the one on the end. The way I numbered it, it was lot number 6, and we're building that Pinterest house. I wanted something big in this lot because it's a big long lot, so I figured this would be perfect for the 30 to 40k home, and it was, and I might have gone over budget. It's a 3-bedroom 2-bathroom house. I have a master bedroom with an ensuite, and then I did a room for an infant and a room for a teen-ish age, an older kid basically. There's still a blarfy in there, but, whatever. Roofing, so the reason why I restarted this after trying, the big house I wanted to build was that the roofing was too complicated for me to figure out. So this was much easier. I just did, a big-ass hipped roof on top, and I pulled out the eaves, as you can see there, to make the porchy covered, to make it covered. And I decided at some point I wanted a green and orange theme for the house. So I went with green accents and an overall orange vibe to it. Just because, I guess. Just because it looked nice. So we have a lot. I did raise the wall height because I like that Stranger Things door. Not Stranger Things. Strangerville door. We use a lot of Strangerville and Seasons. I think the interior doors are all Seasons. And then we're just kind of picking out windows, and then I'm going to kind of, cut around while I'm doing all the windows and stuff. And I think I did. I do some of the windows in the front, and then I'm doing the floor plan right now, so we're going to have 2 bedrooms and a bathroom in between them. And then over here, I was trying to follow the floor plan of the house, and it had, a weird curved hallway. It wouldn't be curved. It might have been angular. I don't know. But I couldn't really get it to work in The Sims. So I just turned that big chunk into the master bedroom and ensuite. And then I have a step-down kind of living room. And we do more Strangerville windows again. I like those tall ones. I really like the shade of green in this pack. And I'm glad I got to use it. Because otherwise, I would have used it in a horrible fashion. And then I just had to redo the platforms just to keep that lowered. I think it's a nice little 70s style conversation pit going on. We did is that Spa Day? We did the orange from Spa Day was the best looking one I could find. And then I did add a stone accent on that front bit just to make it look a little bit different. Just for interest, really. No trim along the house. You could have used some, but I didn't do it. I did cut out all the landscaping, and I'll just show you that when I'm done. I followed Lil Simsy's guide to landscaping, basically, where you line the edge of where you want your landscaping to be with those yellow flowers, and then you put stuff in the middle. And I spent actual simoleons on the landscaping. I did not look it all up on Debug, which is where basically... Next, it wasn't too terribly expensive since they changed the prices of some of the flowers, but that's basically where the budget went. And also because of the stuff I wanted. I spent so much money. I was in a Discord call with my friends, just like describing what I'm doing. They couldn't see a fucking thing, so they have no idea what I'm talking about. And every so often I'd be like, I'm at $24,000. They're like, is that a problem? Like, yeah. I've only done these 3 rooms and I'm almost at my budget. So now we're just kind of putting doors around. You know, doors. I do end up moving them all anyways. The bathroom tile, it's kind of boring and beige in the bathrooms. And white. Beige. It's a very beige house. I really wanted to use the Jungle Adventure counters, and I did, because I wanted to. Because they're my favorite. And I couldn't decide if I wanted a bar, but I end up deleting those later. And then the minty... Yeah, right now. I end up deleting those right now, and I just kind of scooch it all in so it's less in the way of the door. I did remember to put bins in. And then the tile, so the tile for that matches the Pure Expressions colors, but I didn't want this whole thing to be brown, because that's kind of boring. And then this little planking thing, that one has like a nice little flower going up on it, so I decided that was cool, so we did that. And I think after struggling so hard to find another shade of fucking brown to match that tile, I want to say we just get rid of it. I know we get rid of it. Yeah, I painted the whole thing white. So I really could have just started here and you never would have known that it was brown for a bit. We do have some bringing the exterior inside. We got some like shiplap kind of business going on. And I do it in the front room with the stones right there. I was complaining in the Discord call that I always make the bedrooms the same colors. Like, one's always peach, one's always blue, one's always green. And my friends were like, why don't you do different colors? And then I didn't do that. I did change. I did eventually change them, but I still always color code my bedrooms. The bathrooms, nothing fancy. I hadn't looked at the budget at this point. So that's why I'm using the expensive stuff from Growing Together, is because I didn't look at the budget. And I like that shelf. It was a good spot for the shelf, so I wanted to tie in some more red in here, so I had to look for a red rug, just using the base game one size down. And then I had to do the other bathroom. We still haven't looked at... Sorry, I fidget with my hair when I'm talking. We still haven't looked at the budget yet. So we have no idea that I've spent $24,000. I had to scooch that window up just so it wasn't in the way of the shower. And then I was doing the living room and I decided to check the budget, and you could see it's a lot of money. And we were talking about how TVs are so expensive in The Sims for no reason, which is why I was going over all the TVs. I used the couch from Dream Home Decorator because it's really nice. And I liked that curved piece, and I've never used it before, so I figured now is the time to use the curved piece. And it just has an end cap. I went with a darker grayish brown because we're just in our beige living space forever era. I decided for whatever reason to spend more money for more furniture. I did the bookshelves from Growing Together, but the two like little curvy pieces. It looks a little bit more interesting. Slapped a plant in there. And the avocado rug from Seasons honestly fits really well in that space, and it gives it like a little pop of color. So we're doing the dining room, and I wanted a big dining table, even though it's only up to 4 Sims living here. Maybe they have relatives. I don't know. So I did this one. I think it's Seasons, and I think I did the matching chairs. It took me a while to pick the rug. like an embarrassingly long time before I decided to do just a blue rug. I don't even know where it came from. But, oh, it's that rug. Yeah, right there. And then I decided, yeah, blue. A pop of color. Even though I should have done green now because of the door and the windows, but it's alright. I wanted something on that wall behind there, behind the chairs, but I didn't know what. I do put a painting there. I put I think it's one of the ones that, they added it into the game. It's one of the Pride paintings. Here we are, switching the colors of the bedroom, because that peachy color looks better with the bed I picked. It kind of matches the wood tones a little bit, I think. I had a good long yelling to myself and my unfortunate friends about the size of end tables, because I didn't want the super small ones, but I didn't want a super big one. And then I complained to myself mostly about curtains and how weird they snap, and I ended up with the ones from Get Beachin', because they're really nice, and I wanted to I was hoping that the single tile curtain would like fit better, so if I had the curtains up I could have, oh look, there's curtains underneath, because people I like to do that. It looks really nice, but it didn't work right, so I didn't do it because I couldn't get it to go right, and it's a whole faff. Anyway, we're just doing the infant room. Embarrassingly long time to look for that watermelon rug. I knew exactly what it was and what it looked like, but that's not the first swatch in the game. So, I didn't think about it. And here we are again, looking at the budget and over-decorating. I went a little overboard with the kids' rooms. The parent bedroom is kind of boring, but the infant room is really nice. It has absolutely nothing for a toddler. At all. And I wanted another table for storage here, and I ended up just doing the poof. So, like, maybe in the real world, you would move the stuff off the poof and pull it up to the crib to sit next to your baby or whatever. That was my thought process, anyway. And I wanted a tall wardrobe in here, but none of them are correct. I liked the one from Movie Hangout was the best one because it kind of looked worn, which was the vibe I was going for. And it, like maybe they picked it up secondhand, or maybe they had refinished it at some point and painted the colors. This other bedroom for another kid, I was trying to look at all the colors on those rugs, so I placed them all. This one, we just went head on into green and cottage living. So we did the cottage living dresser, the cottage living nightstand, the cottage living rug, and that fox lamp is actually base game. But it's got a fox on it, so I'm like, oh, that's so cute. And so now, at this point, this is the best decorated house, or room, in the whole house, because I put that poster up, and at that point, I'm cultivating the story for this one specific child who lives in this house. Like, they play soccer. So, and they love animals, hence the foxes all around the place. So they want to go to college to become a vet, and then like own their own vet clinic, and they're going to play soccer in college, so that way they don't have to worry about like having a job. They'll just have scholarships to pay for it because they're going to be athletic. And I gave them a little soccer ball, and they had all the little soccer posters. And then I was looking at the pride flag, and I'm like, also, they're trans. So I wasn't, you can decide if you get rid of the flag. I don't really care if you put this house in here. But when I put Sims in this house, that's what I'm doing. Because I think it's cute. They got all these little dreams and aspirations. They want to be a vet. They want to own their own vet thingy. We just did a table here. I'm hopping around. Speed builds are great for my ADHD talking, because I can talk about whatever I'm doing on the screen, but I can also pop in and out of whatever's in my brain. Like, I wanted a kid decoration thing, so I'm like, oh, this potted plant is perfect. And then some magazines. If I had kits, if I believed in them, I would put keys there, but I don't believe in kits. I refuse to acknowledge their existence. I didn't know what to do in this void, so I threw laundry in there. I'm honestly going to regret that when I play in this house, because I hate laundry with a I don't hate laundry, but I think it's glitched still. I just picked a shelf. I don't know. It's from laundry day. And then just kind of some decorations, because at this point I've already hit over my budget, so I might as well just keep going. This is definitely a little bit more expensive than I wanted. I figured since we had stairs going to a backyard, I should put something in the backyard. So I did a swing set, a bench, a chess table. Later we'll add a picnic table. I wanted a grill, but grills are expensive in this game. Grills are so expensive, so I didn't add a grill. Then I very foolishly decided to look at upper cabinets, even though they're expensive, and I have already exceeded my budget of 40 grand. But those upper cabinets that I wanted didn't really fit with the countertops. I didn't want to change the countertops to the matching one, so I just changed the color of the countertops to be darker. And then we're just doing some terrain paint kind of around the place. I tried a little bit harder on landscaping, a little bit this time, and terrain painting. But not super hard. And we're basically done, so we're going to hop into the game, and I will give you a little tour. I'll see you there. First things first. So, this is the house on the gallery. I called it Family Craftsman Home. If you're looking for it, this is what you're looking for. If you go, like, I don't know how to find stuff on the gallery. Ever. And it's very convoluted. I do have it, hashtag Grimmia. And I built it on Optimus Outlook, and this is what we've done so far for Newcrest. We have a wellness centre, a convenience store, the house we just built, a cafe, a library, a little restaurant, 2 micro homes. One of them is a rental lot. In case you weren't aware, you can now enter the tab mode in build mode. I don't know if that's always been a feature and I just never noticed it until now. But here's our house. We got some nice little landscape. I'm going to get some screenshots while I'm here. We got our little front door. I did not paint the ceilings because that cost money. And I didn't want to spend any more money than I already had spent. We have our void. See, look at how nice the avocado rug looks there. If you play in this, I would strongly recommend putting stuff on the half walls before your Sims do. Because you know all of those plates are going to end up there. But yeah, that's the whole shebang. If you enjoyed this, remember to like, comment, subscribe, all of that fun YouTube stuff. And if you have anything specific you want me to build, I could definitely try it. I have built... I do take suggestions because I like the content. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm just gonna go. If you're a long time viewer, you know I'm bad at believing things, so I'm just gonna go.